Okay, so let's continue and start with the first session, introduction to unique selling points. Some people, they use different, how to say, language, slang, different terminology. So you might also have heard about unique selling proposition or unique value proposition. I'm not going to use these two terms that you see now on the screen. I'm going to stick to the term unique selling point because I think that is the best known one. But it's all the same. Unique selling proposition, unique value proposition, unique selling point, it's all the same. But I prefer to stick to one. So it's going to be unique selling point. And what I would like to ask you right now is to use the chat box, because my question to you is, what is unique selling point? Can you please put your remarks in the chat box and explain to me what you understand as a unique selling point? So I'm going to give you, again, 2 minutes to make use of the chat box to explain what you think is unique selling point. Unfortunately, I cannot see the full contents of the chat box, so I hope that Vartan and Lintje can to tell me what you put in the chat box.
Yeah, from the moment Goran is saying that it is something that you have, no one has. Godse add that it is unique offer that makes you different from your competitors. Competitions.
Right. Very good one. Yes.
Cannot be easily replicated by competitors, said Mr. Terik. Dimitri is saying, what is our unique service that we sell? Vlatko mentioned something that makes you different from others. Alexander, service better than competitors. And Mr. Terik is just explaining himself. He said, in addition to the before one, which was cannot be easily replicated by the competitor, the gentleman is adding cannot be replicated easy.
Yeah, well, very good. So indeed, it is about being different.
And one more, unique. Yeah. No one else have to be unique. No one else have to be different.
Exactly.
Yeah, sorry. Right. Yeah, this was just
okay.
Coming.
So now we close the chat box. Very good points. Very good remarks. What I hear a lot is being different, being better, distinguish yourself from your competitor. And exactly this is what unique selling point is all about. But there's more to it. So let me explain to you what USP is about. Actually, the clue is in the title. Unique is about a way of differentiating yourself. What are you selling compared to what other companies, your competitor is selling? It's being different, being better, being unique. It's about the reason for people to come to you instead of someone else, to buy from your competitor, from another company. If you offer the same as the rest, as your competitor, it's not a unique selling point. It's not unique. Instead, you have a selling point that you're sharing with your competitor, but it's not unique. Selling it's intended to sell the product, but also it's intended to sell your company. You're actually saying, please do business with me because of this and that. And we're going to look at that into much more detail. The outcome of the selling thing is watch and catch. Give it to me. I want to have it. I want to do business with you, B2B or when you talk about customers, I want to purchase the tour program that you're offering here. I want to have it. That's the selling bit. The word point is something brief, something short, something sweet, no long stories. When you formulate your unique selling points, keep it short. Don't talk too much. You can do explanations. You can say, like, my unique selling point is, for example, we have the best local guides. We work only with the local guides, but that is not enough. You have to give a short explanation to that. And again, we're going to talk into very much detail about unique selling points. What you see here on the screen, more explanation. The unique selling point, first of all, is the most important element of your overall marketing message. If you do not communicate your unique selling points on your website or in your brochures, for example, in your e-newsletters or in email communication, then you miss the boat. In all your marketing materials or all communication, it's very essential to communicate your. So again, unique selling points, some definition here, is a clear statement that describes the benefit of your offer, how you solve your customers' needs, and what distinguishes you from the competition. It's a basic marketing concept in which you define what makes your product and your service unique and valuable to your target market and to your business partner. A unique selling point is all about why us, why you should do business with us rather than your competitors. All right, so let's go to the next slide. What is very important when we talk about unique selling points is, again, it's the client. It's the need of your client. What a common mistake, what people do is that your USP is not a product. It's not a feature. When we talk about USPs, it's a benefit to your client. So for example, again, you can say, my unique selling point is we have the best guides. No, that's a feature. You need to explain what's the benefit of the fact that you only work with the best local guides. You need to briefly explain the benefit to your client. And that's what USP is all about. Okay, so to put this a little bit in a context, this is you. This is how you do business. It's about your customers. Again, B2B, B2C. It's about you. That's point number 2. It's your business. And you have your competitors. So this is like the game that you're in. That's the travel and the tourism industry that you're in. And USP, that is your winning zone. That is the clear points of difference that you have as a business that meets the needs of the customer. Where you see the red cross, here you see the overlap. This is the area where your competitors are also performing very well, but also you are performing very well. So this is actually a bit the losing zone. Your competitor, again, meets the needs of the consumer, but actually they do it better than you. So you will be crushed. So where you see the red cross, this is not the area where you want to operate. You want to operate in the area where you see unique selling points. So it's the area where you are performing well and better as your competitor, and you exactly provide those things that your customer wants, that your customer value. The question mark is actually the competitive area. This is the battleground that you can choose to be active in this area, but you need to compete, because this is the area where you perform well, but also your competitor is performing well. So this is an area where you have to fight for the customer. And it's a choice. I mean, you can deal in this area, but you need to be smart because it's a risky area. So to grab the business here, you have to be better than your competitor and add something top to include additional items. Use more emotion, be more clever, be more innovative, add more creative aspects, exciting experiences to your tour program. Or, for example, offer more superior services. So, for example, you are good in culinary experiences, but your competitor as well. But you have to do something that makes it more exciting, right? In this area where you see the question mark, I think a common mistake is often being made. And that is that people think to be successful in the question mark area, that they have to be cheaper than the competitor. I think this is a big mistake. No, it's not, it's not always an issue of being more or being cheaper that you're better than the competitor. No, sometimes if you want to be cheaper, you need to compromise on the quality of your service or the quality of your product. There's nothing wrong with being a little bit more expensive than your competitor, as long as you can clearly explain the reasons why. I know from tour operators that have chosen to be active in this question mark area. And they say, okay, we're not going to compromise on price. We don't want to be cheaper than our competitor. Actually, we are more expensive than our competitor. It's a clear choice that they made. But they explain very well on their website, hey, if you work with us, if you buy the product from us, or if you want to do B2B business with us, we are not the cheapest. No, actually, we're a little bit more expensive than the rest. But that is because we offer better service. We have 24/7 help desk. We only work with 4 or 5 star accommodations because we only want to provide the best rooms for your guests. We work with local guides, the best ones that are more expensive, because we want to give your guests just a better experience, that they learn about the really hidden gems of our country. Or, for example, our local guides, they know about the local stories, the local anecdotes, the local history. So we choose to work with local guides. Because of that, we're a little bit more expensive, but your guest will have a much better deep inside cultural insight here when they have their holidays in North Macedonia. Okay, so let's move on. So what is very important when we talk about unique selling points is the need of your customer. What do they want? What do they value? Actually, that is step 1 that you need to, where you need to conduct research. All right, I'm going to do a little bit of an exercise, so hopefully you start to better understand what unique selling point is all about. And this is an exercise that I actually took from a very good colleague of mine, Mr. Chris Thompson. And it's about whiteboard markers. Well, you see the picture there. In my trainings, I mean, not now because this is a virtual training, but when I do physical trainings, I use a lot of whiteboard markers to write on the whiteboard, to give more information, to draw things for you as trainees. I'm using them a lot, but not all whiteboard markers that I've been using in the past are good ones. There's a lot of different types of whiteboard markers, and again, not all of them are good. What I want right now is to buy a set of new whiteboard markers, but I want these whiteboard markers to be really good ones. So what do you think is my need? What do I want? Because again, when we talk about unique selling points, the need of the customer is step one. So use the chat box to tell me, I mean, it can be one word, can be two words. What is my need for this new whiteboard marker that I want to purchase in the shop? What is my need? What do you think? Please use the chat box. I'll give you another 2 minutes.
I feel free to add something as well. I like to do the exercise.
That is good fun. All right. So what is my need?
Well, Mr. Terik says long-lasting markers.
Ooh, very good one.
I said that basically you like to draw a picture with high quality and specific characteristics, and that's why you need an ultimate equipment in a sense to make your picture as you imagine.
All right. Some more inputs in the chat box.
Bertan, do you read my?
Yes.
Because you didn't read it before and you didn't read now.
I can say this. Dina said strong color, precise, sharp, not easily disappear.
Yeah, Dina, you know what? Maybe, yeah, I'm not seeing because maybe you not posted to everyone. Just check to whom, where you basically send the message. You might send to Lencha directly.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, when people put inputs in the chat box, I see a quick pop-up and then it disappears after 2-3 seconds. So
no, you see that like that because you are in full screen mode. I'm in the other one, but yeah, sorry, Dina. Now I'm seeing. Cool.
Yes,
thanks.
we can read for you, no problem.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Goran says quality and durity, value for the money. Dimitar, leave your mark, last longer.
Very good one. Yeah.
It's Dina again. The things that are different about our business and appealing and attractive to tourists and partners.
Okay.
And strong color, precise, sharp. Oh, this I already read. Strong color, precise, sharp, not easily disappear. Emilia says quality colors. Anyone else to add something? That's it for now.
Okay. Very, very good answers. My need is longevity, and longevity means long lasting or sustainable. So my need is a whiteboard marker that I can use for a very long time. Not that I use it only for one training and then I have to throw it away because it's not working anymore. So my need is longevity, sustainability, long lasting. So very good answers, because I think some people put endurity, long lasting. So that is what longevity is all about. Okay. So, but what is going to give my whiteboard marker longevity? And then we're talking about a feature. So a feature, an aspect of the whiteboard marker is going to give me longevity. What do you think is the feature or the aspect of the whiteboard marker that is going to fulfill my needs? So what is the feature of the whiteboard marker that's going to give me longevity, that I can use it for a longer time? Please use the chat box to put your remarks in there. So it's something about the product inside. that is going to give me a longevity. And what would that be?
Okay, Vartan says quality.
Yeah.
Mr. Tebrik, quality, alcohol, and paint ratio. Jelal Kariman, market producer from the best materials. Dimitar, more alcohol.
I think some people are getting thirsty, right?
Yes, the answer from Goran is the same, more alcohol last in a long time. Quality proved with brands. Godse, more ink. Skobel International says brands.
All right, I'm going to give you the answer. And indeed, it has to do with alcohol. So, but the thing is that the whiteboard markers that I buy that contains a lot of alcohol are not the ones that are going to give me longevity. Because the problem with the alcohol whiteboard markers is that when I use them, I mean, we all know alcohol evaporates, right? So it goes up in the air and the whiteboard marker gets drier and drier during the training. So actually what I want is a water-based whiteboard marker, because that's a marker that's going to give me longevity, because the water-based markers is not with alcohol. So there's no evaporation there. No, it's water-based, and I can use them for a longer time. So my need, again, longevity, and the aspect, the feature of the product of the whiteboard marker is water-based. Okay. So what is the benefit for me to have a whiteboard marker that is water-based? It's long-lasting. It won't dry out. Okay, so again, if we talk about unique selling points, it's about a need, it's about a feature or an aspect of the product, and there's a benefit. And this is exactly the same what you need to do as a company in travel and tourism. What is the need of my clients? So for example, I saw one of the companies, I saw the profile, and they are targeting handicapped people, handicapped travelers. So what is the need of these people? Well, I think one of the needs is like no barriers. So if they travel, they don't want to have hotels where they have to climb the stairs to get into the hotel, because that doesn't work for them. So that is a need. Then the feature that they are looking for is accommodations without any barriers, where they can enter the room with their wheelchair, or the doors are wider, broader, so it's easy for them to access. And what is the benefit for them? That they will have a very nice holiday without any barriers. So think about what you are doing, your client, what is their needs, what should be a feature of your company, what should be in the product, or what should be part of the service that you are providing, and what is the benefit. And again, if we talk about unique selling points, the benefit part is something that you need to describe very well. When I screened your profiles that you've been preparing, most of you do step 1 and 2, but you forget to do step 3. And that is the big missing opportunity. All right? Okay, so again, 3 things are part of unique selling point: a need, a feature, and a benefit. And the benefit is something, again, that needs to be very well described, because that is what USP is all about. So again, final example, and forgive me for repeating, but I saw it in your profiles. We have the best service. That's not enough. That's only a feature. If you say something like that, you need to explain it a little bit. We have the best service. This is the benefit for you. Another one that I saw here and there in your profiles, again, we have the best guides. That's a feature. You have to explain the benefit. So again, we have the best guides, and the benefit is you will have a really deep insight into North Macedonian culture. That is what you should do. So again, the conclusion that I drew from your profiles is that many of you, you stop with the feature part, but you forget to describe briefly and short. Remember, point, unique selling point. And point is about something short and sweet. So the explanation of the benefit should be very concise, should be very brief. And no worries, we're going to look at many examples, many best practices during this webinar. So you're going to see a lot of best practices that you can use as inspiration for your company, maybe even duplicate. It's up to you.